Alright, what's going on, everybody? This is Chase fan number 9 here, and I'm coming at you with another video. In this one, I'll be taking a look at the paint schemes from this past weekend's races, including the All-Star race. So, without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? So, here we go. First up, we got Quinn Half in his 8-ball handcrafted chocolate whiskey scheme. We've seen this one already. Kurt Busch in his typical gear wrench scheme. The cup schemes for both the Open and the All-Star race are obviously mixed in here, so I'll do all of them, of course. Brad Keselowski in his typical discount tire Ford. Austin Dillon in the number 3 Andy's Frozen Custard Chevrolet Camaro. I definitely like this scheme. I love the, well, there's different yellow patches on this car, like right down here where it says Andy's Frozen Custard down here. You got this bit where you have Bass Pro Shop and down in American Ethanol. And then of course you got yellow here on the top, unsurprisingly. And then you got this blue bit here with a picture of some ice cream and what looks like supposed to be a frozen custard, I think. I love the creativity of the scheme. I like it. And for the first time, I believe, throughout the season, I believe this is supposed to be the 35th anniversary logo for Richard Childress Racing right here. This bit, I think that's their anniversary logo, but I could be wrong. Anyhow, I love the creativity of the scheme. I like it. Kevin Harvick drove the number 4 Bush Light, #Bush to the Moon scheme. Okay, this is a scheme that's out of this world, that's for sure. You got what's supposed to be outer space in the background with different patches of purple, blue, and indigo, I think, or violet, I should say. There's a rocket ship flying in outer space. The Bush Light can, as always, here on the side. Then, of course, you got the #Bush to the Moon. And, of course, you got the moon on the quarter panel. And you got, I think that's Saturn, I think. Yeah, Saturn is the one with the rings. So, I definitely like this one. Because, man, I tell you, Harvick's Bush schemes, they never disappoint. And the one he's running for Nashville, which I'll do soon, that one looks good. But you'll just have to wait till that video comes out for me to give my thoughts about that. Overall, I like this paint scheme. I give it a 10/10. Kyle Larson drove his typical HendrickCars.com scheme. Newman drove the number 6 Wyndham Rewards Ford Mustang with its bluish colors. Okay, I like this one. There's patches of blue all over, from dark blue to light blue. I like it. Reminds me of the schemes that Matt Kenseth drove during his part-time stint with the team back in 2018. But that paint scheme was a lot different, if you guys remember. Corey LaJoie is number 7 Schulter Systems Chevrolet Camaro. Tyler Reddick drove the number 8 iCash Autos Chevrolet Camaro. You got different patches. You got black here on the top and the bottom. Got white on this bit, and then you got this gray bit here, along with some patches or streaks of green and some more gray here. And you got white on the hood. They could have added more to make the scheme look more or stand out more, but I guess they decided to go with what they got. It looks like a paint scheme that Daniel Hemrick ran during his stint in Cup. Overall, it's an okay scheme. Can't hate it too much. Chase Elliott and Eric Almirola in their typical schemes. Same with Denny Hamlin. Ryan Blaney drove the number 12 Wrangler Menards Ford Mustang. It was nice to see Wrangler on the Ryan Blaney's car again. This time it's just his typical Menards scheme with the blue on the front where Wrangler's at. You also got here on the bottom, and you have Wrangler here on the quarter panel as well where Menards is. So can't say much. Chase Briscoe in his typical Ford Performance Racing School scheme. Chris Buescher and Kyle Busch in their typical schemes, even though Kyle Busch's says never stop summering, okay. Um, I do, I love the different well, it obviously shows Red holding a pair of tongs, and it says "Never Stop Summering." So that's pretty much all it is. Truex and Christopher Bell in their typical schemes. Matt DiBenedetto, we've seen him drive this one before. The quick lane Tornado Center ski with Omnicraft as well. With the blue on top, white in the middle, the blue numbers with the orange outline, and you also have orange here on the bottom as well. Okay, nice. Joey Logano in his typical shell pencil scheme. Bubba Wallace changed up his paint scheme for this past weekend. This time it's most of the car is white. You got red here on the side, and of course you got the gold number here as well. So I like the creativity of it. It's nice to change up that DoorDash scheme for once. And of course you got DoorDash on the hood, and you got red bits here and here. William Byron is typical Exalta scheme. Austin Cindric drove in the Open, and he ran a pretty interesting paint scheme in the number 33 Protect Ford Mustang. It was the same scheme, but however he changed it up with some yellow here on the side with red, and the blue of course to match the rest of the car, and white on the hood. I think this was a pretty good paint scheme for Austin Cindric, and he ran really well too in the Open. I was thinking he was gonna win and advance his way in, but still though, he managed to pull off a good run. I like it. Michael McDowell in the Love's Travel Stop Ford Mustang. Anthony Alfredo in the number 3 SpeedyCash.com. We've seen those before. Cole Custer drove his typical Haas tooling scheme. Ross Chastain drove the number 42 McDonald Chevrolet. It's just a bland red scheme with the golden arches on the quarter panel and here on the bottom, but I like it though. Got Eric Jones in the number 43 Petty's Garage Chevrolet Camaro. We've seen this one already. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. drove the number 47 Kroger Bush's Best Chevrolet Camaro with Bush's Best on the side. We've seen that on both his car and Ryan Preece's car. And speaking of Ryan Preece, I was kind of weirded out by the fact that Ryan Preece didn't race in the Open, but oh well. Bowman in his typical ally scheme. Justin Haley in the number 77 FOE Chevrolet Camaro. Okay. It's mostly white, but it's got the blue streaks here and the red streaks here to give it more of a, let's just say, a more patriotic feel to the car, but I like. And you got blue here on the splitter and on the back, so overall, yep, definitely give off a patriotic vibe, that's for sure. And last but not least, Daniel Suarez in the number 99 ComScope Chevrolet Camaro, as always. And with that, that will do it for the Cup schemes. And with that, thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video. Alright, bye.